Let's go on. What about this? Is this an organization? It's a mess, as you said. But you know what? The interesting thing is when you go into real-life organizations, you said you have to create chaos or you have to leave space for chaos. I actually have the other opinion. I think every organization has a pile of chaos somewhere. And one nice exercise to demonstrate that is you pile of stuff on the floor and you start to organize.
They probably have the chaos in the wrong department.
Well, but you know which department has the chaos? You know which one, right? The one that has all the leftovers. Everything that doesn't fit in the organizational structure. Everything that doesn't fit in the organizational picture. Yeah? It's those things that just won't fit into the structure. They get shoved into the one department and they're left to deal with it, right? And in a design context, this is quite interesting because if we're talking about real organizations and about organizing, designing, changing, and managing, these are the category breakers. These are the opportunities for reinventing. These are the ones, the problems become the opportunities for reorganization. This takes form as people are organizing. It's an exercise I actually recommend for everyone because you can begin to see how it matters, how you organize, how you actually have to start to have a purpose for organization, and how it matters if you, for example, organize for people, for what kind of people, and how that actually gives form to the organization. It's not separated. Yeah? And when we talk about creative management or managing creatively, it's this idea that within these activities of designing, organizing, changing, and managing, we have the opportunities to recreate, to redesign, to reshape relationships for people. And within that, there's a huge potential for innovations around people. That kind of gets back to the idea of human-centered design, what Jürgen mentioned before, is my theoretical and I guess philosophical background, where I believe that organizations are always by people and they always have to be for people. If you are an organization and you fail to reach out to people or you fail to connect with people, you might as well just pack up and go. Now, depending on the kind of organization, different kinds of people. But here's the important thing for you as design group and also as a business and organizational group here. This takes design completely away from the actual product of an iPhone, right? This means that we have design problems in organizations, that we have the need for design skills in organizations, that we have areas of practice that we have yet to explore. We see this right now, particularly in service design. Everything I just said could actually easily be just adopted for service design. It's very, very much linked with that, because when you have a service, the service is always deeply embedded in an organizational system. A product, even though today it's not true really, but in earlier days you could make a chair, you could give it to the client, and you could say bye-bye. Today, with a service, if you want to follow through with the service, people in your organization have to understand what that service is. They have to have the means, the processes, the structure, the knowledge, the skills to fulfill the promise of the services. And therefore, every time you change a service or start a new service, you actually deal with deeply embedded organizational processes, structures, challenges, problems. And so this all comes nicely together, which means now we're seeing a lot of activities of design in the public sector, because we have a whole lot of problems, organizational and service design-wise, in the organizational setting of the public sector. That's where the connection comes in. And you can see we have come up from this product and this design management and the professional designers, and all of a sudden we're weaving through a landscape of different kinds of organizations. And design is as relevant as it never was. There were efforts in the 60s and the 70s, but they were still concentrated mostly on consumer goods and the creative economy that is still important today. We need markets, we need creative economy, but there's more going on. And there are more areas of practice, and there are more areas of application of design thinking, design methods than ever before. So the question is then, how do we prepare each other for that? Just a quick summary of these two pictures and something for you to think about. I think I'm probably run out of my 15 minutes. So we can talk about it. But the questions that I would like to ask then, of course, is, or leave you with, is like, you know, what does it mean for us? What does it mean for design? What does it mean for the designer? What does it mean for organizations? How do we prepare ourselves? How can we take our skills forward in this new context, right? In design education, we have a lot to go on, but we still have also a big need for more foundational education on how these things hang together, and to develop the confidence often to engage with these kind of issues. It's really sad because I'm in touch with organizations who are looking for designers. I'm in touch with projects where they look for people with design skills, and then they say, yeah, but you know, they don't apply because they're graphic designers. They don't think they could apply for that job. They don't know that they have skills that they could actually apply in this area. Or I have other organizations, public innovation labs in government agencies, who are looking for skilled people to run these labs. And these people in these public organizations understand the value. They understand these contexts. They understand these connections. They want to do better. They want to design for people. They want to improve their processes. They want to change around their products and services. And we cannot get the people there. So this is a challenge for you to raise to the occasion. And future is all yours. Thank you.